Namaste from SARVA. I'm Janvi and welcome to today's session. Today we're going to be doing a back bending class. They're also known as heart openers, and we'll be practicing them with yoga blocks or bricks. If you don't have these handy at home, you can use something approximately this size or height. I would really recommend you invest in a pair of yoga blocks. They really help with a lot of postures if you're trying to advance your yoga practice. Coming back to today's class, today we're going to be doing back bends, which means we're going to try to open up the back, which is the posterior chain of the body. Back bends are really important to keep the spine nice and healthy, as well as increasing the mobility of the spine. Sometimes your back muscles get really tight, which can cause back pain, or which can cause your spine to sort of tighten up, which we don't want. So back bends help with all these things. Apart from the physical benefits of back bending, there's a lot of emotional benefits that you get from a back bend. Back bendings are known to energize your mind and body. So after a back bending class, you will feel that sort of energy or positivity that you've welcomed into your heart and your body. I hope all of you feel the same way after class. Let's begin. We'll begin with our grounding. We'll start seated in a comfortable position. It can be any position that works for you. Palms placed on the knees. You can keep your palms open or in chin mudra, which is the thumb and the first finger touching. Relax your elbows, relax your shoulders, and gently close your eyes. Make sure your spine is nice and comfortably straight. There's no tension in your shoulders or the back of your neck, and your eyes are gently closed. We'll begin with a few breaths. We'll be holding the breath on the inhale and holding it on the exhale as well. So exhale completely first. Inhale deep, fill your belly, and hold. Exhaling completely, draw your belly in towards the spine and suspend your breath. Release your belly, inhale and hold. Exhale completely, drawing the belly in and hold. Release your belly, inhale, hold. Exhaling completely, pull your belly in and hold. Release your belly, take a deep breath in and exhaling, let it go completely. Join your palms at your chest, bow your head down and set an intention for your practice. Think of what you require or what you need from your time on the mat today, or what you expect from yourself. Rub your palms together, warm them up, and gently cup them over the eyes. Blink your eyes open and slowly bring your palms down. Let's begin with a warm-up. We're going to start at the back of the mat. Come into a tabletop, tuck your toes under, and slowly lift back and up into your first downward dog. So keep your knees nicely bent, push your chest back towards your thighs, and just stay here. Keep pressing your palms nice and strong into the floor, fingers spread apart. One more breath here, inhale and exhale. From here, you're going to come into a proper downward dog. So you're going to start walking your legs, bend and straighten one knee at a time. And from here, keep your feet hip width apart. You can walk your palms one step forward. On the inhale, you're going to come up on your toes, start shifting forward, come into a plank. belly pulls in, nice and strong core, exhaling, shift it back. We're going to do 7 more of these. Inhaling on the toes, come forward. Exhale, push back. You're using your core, your shoulders, your arms. And when you're in a plank, you're engaging your legs as well. Exhale back. 5 more. With the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3. And back. 2. And back. Last one, hold. We're going to hold the plank for 10, 9, 8. Keep rounding your shoulders, pushing the floor away from you, pulling the belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, belly in, and 1. Exhale to a down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, step your right foot forward to the outside of the right palm. Bring the right hand up. Exhaling, bring it down. Step it back. Left foot to the outside of the left palm. Left hand up, down, and take it back. Let's do 4 more on each side. Right, up, down, and back. Every time you step back, don't drag your foot. Lift the foot first, and then so press your palms, lift, step it back. There's no dragging. Up, down, and back. Left, up, down. Last 2 on each side. Right, up, down, and back. Left, up, down. Last 1. Right. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Keep pushing your hips forward, pulling the right hip back. Exhale down and back. Last time, left, forward, up, hold. Keep the right leg straight, hips forward, left hip pulls back. Exhale down, take it back. Walk your palms slightly back. Hold your downward dog. And slowly drop your knees down. Release your toes, sit back on your heels. Palms next to your feet into a child's pose. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows. And stay here. From your child's pose, slowly walk your palms forward. And come up into your tabletop. We're going to go through 3 cats and cows. So make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under the hips. Inhaling, lift the chest up, push your belly button down as you lift your tailbone up. Look up if you can. Exhaling, round your spine, pull your belly in and take your chin to your chest. Keep pushing the floor away from you as you look towards your belly. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, round. Inhale and up. And exhale and round. And inhale, come back to the center. From here, tuck your toes in, lift back and up into your downward dog. Take a breath here, inhale and exhale completely. And inhaling, you're going to look forward and step your right foot forward. From here, you're going to have to grab your block and come up. So you can use 1 block or 2 depending on what you feel like. If you want to use both your blocks, you keep 1 under your right foot. That is just going to help with more hip opening. But today, since we're concentrating on the back, I'm just going to be using 1 block. So grab your block behind you and hold both
hold the block with both your hands. Retract your shoulders, which means you're pulling your shoulders back and away, squeezing your shoulder blades together. On the inhale, you're going to push the block back and down. So you're trying to touch the block almost to the floor. That's how much you're trying to bend. Keep your back leg straight, chest lifting up and look up. Let's hold here. Keep breathing. Keep grounding down through your right heel. Try not to sort of move here. So you need to ground down through your heel. Even if you're here, that's completely fine. Just keep the chest lifted, squeezing your glutes. And exhaling, you're going to bend forward just as a counter for the back bend. Keep holding on to the block and bring it forward. We're not just concentrating on the lower back. Your back consists of 3 regions, which is your lower back, mid back, the thoracic spine, and your upper back, which is cervical. Inhaling, come up. And let's drop the back knee down. Keep holding on to the block. We're just going to release one hand and bring the block up this time. Again, push your hips forward. I know this is getting a lot into the hips as well. But again, stability of the hips is important for a back bend. You can release the back toe or keep it tucked in. On the inhale, again, roll the shoulders back and start pushing your block away. Back down towards the left foot. Always in a back bend, keep the chest lifted and look up. Smile through it. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhaling, let's come out of it. Dropping the block down. Palms on the floor. And we're just going to take a breath here. Pressing your chest into your right thigh. Push the floor away from you as you round your back. Every time you do a back bend, whether it's in your personal practice or a class you're taking, always do a counter pose for your back bend, which means if you're bending back, bend forward right after. Stay here. Push the floor away from you. Engage your shoulder blades. Pull the belly in. And let's tuck the back toe in. Lift it up. Lift the knee up and shift back to your downward dog. Let's quickly drop the knees together. Sit back into your child's pose. Keep the forehead close to the knees, rounding the back. You can hold on to your heels or keep your palms next to your feet. You'll notice that even though there isn't much movement in a back bend, you'll feel tired, like you've just done cardio. That's because there's so much heart opening. Your heart is literally opening up and working. So if you're feeling out of breath, that's what it is. And let's go into the other side. When you're ready, inhaling, come up into your tabletop, tuck the toes and lift back and up. Inhaling this time, step the left foot forward and let's grab our block. Behind. You can either hold it like this, or if you feel like your shoulders are much more open, you hold it like that. Inhaling, push the block down towards the floor. Keep the back knee straight. Push the hips forward as you lift your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Two more breaths here. Again, press down through your left heel so you have a stable base for that back bend. Inhale here. And on the exhale, let's fold forward. You're trying to take the top of your head down towards the floor and pushing the block forward again towards the floor. Keep holding on to it tight. This block is helping you with alignment. It's not letting your shoulders crunch up too much. Inhaling, come back up. And let's drop that back knee down. Release that block. Take a breath. It can be tiring sometimes. So just remember to catch your breath every now and again. Block up between your hands. Inhaling, push the hips forward. Lifting the chest, start taking the block behind towards the right heel. engaging your core. Glutes are tight throughout. Just try feeling the difference. When your glutes are not engaged, you'll feel it in your lower back a lot. The minute you squeeze your glutes, that pressure will go off of your lower back. Look up, lifting the chest. And exhaling, let's drop the block. Palms to the floor. You're pressing your chest into your left thigh. Push the floor away from you. Again, sometimes your palms might not reach the floor, so grab the second block as well and press your palms onto the block. Pull the belly in, round your shoulders. Now tuck the back toe in, lift your knee up and shift it back to a down dog. Dropping the knees down, push back into a child's pose. Again, keep your forehead close to your knees so your back is nice and rounded for that counter pose. And slowly come up. Alright. We're going to grab the blocks again and we're going to do the camel pose. So again, the camel pose is a very strong back bend. So there's a lot of ways you can do it, a lot of levels that you can go through. So with the brick, it's not really beginners, but close to that. So we're going to try that first. Make sure your knees are hip width apart. Your knees are directly under the hips. You're not back or forward. Your tailbone is tucked forward, belly drawn in. Inhale. You're going to take the blocks and place them to the outside of your ankles. Now slowly pushing your hips forward, squeezing the glutes. Just place your palms on the blocks. Your fingertips are facing forward. Now roll the shoulders back. Drop your head, push your hips forward. Stay here. Keep pushing the blocks into the floor. One more breath. Tuck your chin in and release out of it and go right into a child's pose for that counter that we spoke about. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing your neck. And inhaling, slowly come up. We're going to try that one more time. This time maybe we can reduce the height. If you felt like that one was too easy, we reduce the height. Again, place them outside your feet. This height won't really do too much because if you can reach here, you can reach your ankles as well. But if you have tight shoulders or your upper back is tight, it might not be possible to reach inside to the ankles. So you can shift the blocks slightly outside. Again, pull the belly in, tailbone tucked forward, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your glutes. First, you're going to take your right hand to the block and then you're going to rotate, open the chest up first and then left hand to the block. Again, push your hips forward, drop the head. Stay here. For 3. Breathe into it. Keep squeezing your glutes. 2. And tuck your chin and come out of it nice and slow back to your child's pose. Keep your forehead close to you. And slowly come forward. And we're going to lie down on our belly for the last back bend. For this, the blocks are optional. It depends on your practice. You're going to bring the blocks right next to your chest and your palms are on the blocks. Squeeze your elbows together, squeeze your shoulder blades together. From here, press your palms into the blocks and lift your chest up. Again, elbows hugging in. You can always stay here. This in itself is a great back bend. Or if you want to get deeper, you're going to keep your toes together and lift your legs up. Keep pressing your palms down to lift your chest. 2 more breaths here. Squeeze your glutes. This is working your lower back. Back bends are not just meant for opening up, they're also meant for strengthening the muscles in your back, right? So this is a strength pose. Exhaling, let's come down. Forehead on the floor. Take a breath here, inhale. Exhale completely. Press your palms, lift up and back into a child's pose. Keep one block with you and take the block behind you. Grab the block and you're going to bring the top of your head, the flat part of your head on the floor. Lift your hips, bring that flat part of your head on the floor, and then you're going to take the block forward. Stay here. This should release any tension even from the back of your neck that might have come from back bends. One more breath here, inhale and exhale completely. Inhaling, slowly come up and you're going to grab a block, keep it between your ankles, so almost between your shin, and you're going to sit back on it. Bring your knees together, draw your shoulders back, and we're just going to sit here for a couple of breaths. Make sure your lower back is nice and relaxed. Don't try to push your spine to be nice, to be upright. Just let it relax. Keep your belly drawn in and close your eyes. Let's take 3 breaths here. You can either stay here, or if you still feel like your back has worked too much, you can just go further. Wherever you decide, you can stay there for longer. We're just going to stay here for 2 more breaths. One more inhale and exhale completely. And from here, you can either stay seated in this position or release the pose and come to any comfortable seated position. We're going to end with a pranayam. So today's pranayam is the Ujjayi breath. It's one of the most beneficial pranayams there is in yoga practice. Ujjayi also translates to the victorious breath because it makes you feel so much confidence, so much strength within your body. It also lightens the body and it makes every movement of the body and mind much easier, much healthier and just smoother. So doing Ujjayi if you're doing it for the first time, it can be a little tricky. So we're going to try it out today. The way to do Ujjayi is you constrict your throat. So imagine whenever you have a cough or phlegm in your throat, when you try to clear it out or bring it out, the way you constrict your throat, that's what we're going to be doing today. So make that constriction, keep your lips closed, and you're going to inhale and exhale through the nose, but you're going to feel it in the throat. I know it sounds a little tricky, but once you get it, it's amazing. Also, you should be able to hear your breath. It sounds like the sound of the ocean. So every time you're inhaling and exhaling, you should be able to hear the breath. If you're doing it for the first time, I would recommend you gently touch your throat so you can feel the vibrations that are happening in the throat as you inhale and exhale. We'll begin with 8 rounds of Ujjayi. You can stop at any time if it starts feeling uncomfortable, because it can dry your throat up a little bit. So again, sit in a comfortable position, hands either palms open or in chin mudra, which is the first finger and the thumb touching. Close your eyes, keep your back nice and straight. And you're going to make that constriction in the back of the throat. Start inhaling deep. Exhale completely. Feel that movement, vibrations in your throat. Inhale and exhale. It will be a prolonged breath and you should be able to hear it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 4 more breaths like that. Inhale and exhale. Don't move your shoulders, keep your body still. Only inhale and exhale through the nose. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale deep and exhale completely. And release the constriction in your throat. Take a normal breath in and exhaling, empty it out. Join your palms together. Take your palms to your forehead to remind you to be kind in your thoughts, to your lips to remind you to be kind with your words, and to your heart to remind you to be kind with your love. Rub your palms together, warm them up, and gently cup them over your eyes. Blink your eyes open and slowly bring your palms down. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you next time.